You see, Ba, if we must tell ourselves the truth, the fact is, you see, these radical elements are actually trying to replicate the Afghanistan model. That is for sure. But you see, funny enough, a lot of people don't actually see the game at play here. And because people don't take their time, don't take things because I said it. Just take your time, go and make your research. How was Afghanistan conquered? Take a good look at the elements, the modus operandi that was required to conquer it, and you will get to see that almost everything is in place as far as Nigeria is concerned at the moment. But you see, funny enough, the people I pity most, in short, I pity all of us. I pity people that think it doesn't concern them. I pity the innocent and the good-hearted Muslims. And I pity people that thinks that this is all about politics. And that is why they are downplaying the fact that there is no genocide in Nigeria. If you take your time, go to Wiki, read the Afghanistan model, how it was conquered, everything, and you will get to see these things I'm saying. You see, one of the major attributes you should know with people, these radical, fanatic individuals, is the fact that they are very patient. Just like you know, conquering Afghanistan took centuries. They are very patient. And let's talk about what is happening in Nigeria now. Did it just start happening today? It didn't happen. It didn't just start happening today. If we were to start counting, we'll even go back to the possibly 80s, 60s, 70s, and the rest of it. And that is how it all goes. And that is why you have a cleric scholar now running around trying to buy them time, trying to tell them to lower their arms because the team be like say it won't cast. And that is why he's trying to say, okay, let's dialogue with these people, let's negotiate with them. The fact is, it's not going to change anything. It's just going to buy time. When the tension is down, then they continue. And don't think that it's just even all about the unaliving, that the whole thing is all about. When you look at the Afghan model, you will get to see that a lot of administrative works, a lot of things were put in place on the administrative part and on the political part, that at the end of the day, there will be a general point of convergence in regards the violence and the administrative work that has been put in place. And that is why you see the worst you can ever talk in regards to this situation is when you talk about Sharia and why are they trying to enforce Sharia in Nigeria. And they tell you that no, it doesn't concern Christians, it's not Christians, it's just for Muslims or whatever. The good Muslims actually don't see sense in that. But the fact is, just like Afghanistan now, it didn't happen all of a sudden. It happens just the way it's starting now. It starts small. But all of a sudden, when you finally get to that general point of convergence, the administrative aspect of it has been done, and the radical, the unaliving aspect of it now finally meet. Now is now fully blown, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So I pity people when they come out and try to downplay the existence of genocide in Nigeria. It's very funny. Some actually feel it's political, and that is why they have to take a political stand. But some actually see it as an attack out of ignorance on religion, to be more specific, Islamic religion. But the fact is, I will still refer you back to the Afghan model. The Afghan model now haven't been accepted or considered at a point in time that this is a general reflection of what Islam want or what most Islams want. But when the whole thing was achieved, sects now begin fighting each other. So it now became a situation where there is a particular sect. If you read the Afghan story, you see that there is a major sect that dominates the whole thing now. You have them at 90%, that sect. You have another sect at 10%. And let's look at what is happening in Nigeria today. It's just unfortunate that the sect fight is already happening when it's not supposed to be happening. That is why you see a lot of people like fighting despite the fact that they are of the same religion. A lot are already in prison, like them Abdul Jabbar, because his stand is against a particular sect or whatever, and in regards the fact that the government doesn't. So generally, at the end of the day, if you think what you are doing is you are fighting for your religion, at the end of the day, you must belong to the right sect at the end of the day that will take over power. Because by the time you oppose the sect that will come to take over power, you will now become a victim. You will have to run just like any other army or any other pagan worshipper that you think. So, but the fact is, at this point in time, seriously, I doubt if there's anything reasonable the government can do. Because despite the fact that these situations are obvious, government is still more interested in politics than reality. And the fact is, there's a systemic decay as well. Systemic decay has resulted into incapacitating the military, in the sense that monies that were supposed to use to equip the military for decades has been embezzled. And as a result of that, the radicals have a comparative advantage in regards to their fight. And that is why the fight is endless. And in regards somebody picking offense when they say there's Christian genocide and you say there is none or whatever, it will soon clear you. It will soon clear you. Of a truth, everybody is a target. But the fact is, you can't rule out Christian genocide in all these things. And do you know why everybody is a target? Because the sects, I'm not the one saying this, check this. The sects that are the major proponents of this actually sees other sects as infidels. So it's not about that you're of the same religion, you need to be of the same sect with them. But the fact is, I just feel there's no gain in denying the fact that we need help. We need help in all aspects. Because the fact is, nothing, absolutely nothing. I don't see the government overcoming this at any point in time. And the fact is, when you marry all these things to the high level of ignorance and the likes of the Malam Yachi, you will now know that we're in soup. But at the end of the day, if you like, keep countering. Let them sponsor you. Think that you are doing the work of God or you're trying to protect your religion. But when you stop finally, when it has fully blown, you will now know. And at that point in time, it will be very late for you to cry.
It's now clear why Gumi, who is never a governor of his state, neither is he a president or a senator, has been outspoken all this while on the need to negotiate with them and every other state governors in the northern part of the country who so much believe in this agenda of jihad, because they believe that the whole process is on top gear, but they have to slow down a bit in order to give that impression that if you negotiate with them and the negotiation is working fine, those Americans and some other foreign countries, bodies who have indicated interest of coming to assist us, will, as a result of that, go back. Then after some time, it will resume again. I believe we are now waiting for the presidency to act responsibly, do the needful. Otherwise, a time will come, average Nigerians might see the need to defend themselves, because all this while they have been plying people here and there, obeying the government, never to take the laws into their own hands, never to acquire weapons that they can use to defend themselves. Is it not somehow bad that a bandit will come out with a rifle, a gun that is not licensable by so many persons. But when you are able to defend yourself and buy that same bandit, the state government, the federal government will be looking for how to prosecute that same person who defended himself against external aggressor. I think it's high time the Christians, most Nigerians, as some Muslim brothers and sisters, those educated ones who do not believe in this agenda, whatever they have, that they are trying to bring on board, that there's need for all of us to join hands together and kick against it. And for the record, once again, this idea of Sharia is not for those who are not Christians. Then it's for Muslim alone. But when you reside in those states where Sharia are practiced, anytime you just want to be on your own and do what your religion asks you to do, they will see you as an infidel. If care is not taken, they might fire you, or rather excommunicate you from the land. We have seen several cases. Somebody just prayed. Before you knew it, she was stoned to death. Up till now, presidents and every other institutions that has been mandated to prosecute any offender has failed just to pronounce a judgment on all those persons. Yet, the same faith, Christians, some that the Jews, have also failed in that same regard to drag the federal government, the Muslims, by suing them on the need to cover up for somebody or some group of persons who have killed innocent persons. And this is the reasons why sometimes I say some of those that the Jews, they are the one collaborating. Otherwise, if they are standing firm, the way they are preaching prosperity, they are preaching against buying of their fellow members in that direction. I think by now, we would have known where we are into. Either we are together or we go our separate ways. Anyway, share to create awareness, because there is sense in this. Whatever you think, drop your comment in the comment section. Share once again and follow the page. Thank you as you do so.